Hey Warriors fans, it's time to dive into some major updates that are shaking the NBA landscape. And this one is not for the faint of heart. Over the past few days, rumors have been swirling nonstop, and now it seems like the dust is finally starting to settle, giving us a clearer picture of the moves that could define the future of Golden State. One name that has been at the center of this storm is Draymond Green. For over a decade, he has been the heart and soul of the team, a player who embodies the identity of the Warriors on both ends of the floor. But now, the unthinkable is on the table. Draymond is officially on the trade block. After weeks of speculation, it's confirmed that Golden State is exploring deals involving him, and that 14-year run of loyalty, dominance, and leadership could be coming to an unexpected end. The timing of this could not be more critical. The Warriors are not just looking at trading a star. They're strategically positioning themselves to chase another superstar who could change the entire dynamic of the team. Giannis Antetokounmpo's name keeps coming up, and the idea of pairing him with Steph Curry is no longer just a pipe dream. It's becoming increasingly evident that the Warriors are serious contenders for his arrival. This has everything to do with the way the Bucks are handling their trade talks. They are weighing offers from multiple teams, but Golden State's package is now firmly in the top-tier considerations. While there are countless moving parts and scenarios to consider, one thing is clear. The Warriors are willing to part with almost every asset outside of Curry to make this happen, and Draymond is the centerpiece. Steph Curry has finally addressed some of these rumors after a few days of intense media speculation. He spoke openly about his conversations with Draymond, highlighting the emotional complexity of the situation. For Draymond, the Warriors have always been more than just a team. It's where his legacy was built, a place where a statue outside the arena someday is not a distant dream, but a near certainty. The idea of leaving that behind is undoubtedly challenging, yet the reality of reshaping this roster for a chance at Giannis makes it an intriguing scenario. This is more than just a trade rumor. It's a reflection of the shifting priorities and ambitions of a franchise that has dominated an era but now seeks to redefine itself once again. The flurry of trades around the league only adds layers to this story. Moves like the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade to Utah or the Mike Conley trade may seem unrelated at first glance, but they signal how teams are rearranging assets to create cap space, pursue stars, and manipulate the market. These ripple effects are exactly why the Warriors' moves matter now. Minnesota's strategy in particular shows a clear pattern. They're preparing to make room for Giannis, and this opens up different scenarios for Golden State to consider. It's a reminder that in the NBA, one deal can cascade into a dozen others, influencing decisions across multiple franchises, all while the Warriors try to position themselves as the ideal landing spot for a player of Giannis' caliber. Even with all these complexities, the core of this conversation remains straightforward. Golden State wants Giannis, and they are willing to give up the pieces necessary to make it happen. Reports suggest that alongside Draymond, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and multiple future first-round picks could be part of the package. The level of commitment here is staggering. It is not just about swapping players. It's about fundamentally reshaping the roster, balancing immediate championship potential with the long-term future of the franchise. The stakes are incredibly high, and every move is being analyzed under a microscope, from front office strategies to coaching decisions, from the chemistry of current players to how a new superstar would fit into the system that has brought so much success over the last decade. Watching the recent games, it's clear that the Warriors are at a crossroads. Without Curry or other key contributors in certain stretches, the team struggles to maintain competitiveness. Turnovers pile up, defensive lapses occur, and the gaps in the roster become painfully visible. This underscores the urgency of making a transformative move. If Golden State wants to maintain championship contention while securing the final years of Curry's prime in a meaningful way, the addition of a superstar like Giannis becomes more than a dream. It becomes a necessity. It's not just about winning games. It's about building a team that can endure and thrive in a league where stars dictate the rhythm of success. Looking at the broader landscape, there are multiple scenarios being floated. One includes a complex multi-team trade that could involve not only Draymond, but also key role players and draft picks to bring Giannis to the Bay Area. The intricacies of this type of deal are mind-boggling, yet they highlight the creativity and ambition behind the Warriors' approach. The franchise is not shying away from difficult decisions. They're embracing them, understanding that the potential reward could be franchise-altering. For fans, this is an exciting and nerve-wracking moment. The idea of seeing Curry and Giannis on the same court is thrilling, but the cost and risk involved are significant, and every choice the front office makes will shape the trajectory of the next several seasons. Beyond the headline trades, there are also subtler moves happening that could influence the final outcome. Team dynamics, player readiness, cap considerations, and other league negotiations all play into how the Warriors position themselves. The team's willingness to be aggressive, to think creatively, and to prioritize long-term success over short-term comfort shows a strategic vision that has always been part of their DNA. It also speaks to the confidence the organization has in Curry, Draymond, and the foundational pieces already in place, knowing that the right addition could push this team from contender to perennial powerhouse once again. The discussion also extends to the emotional and cultural impact of such trades. Draymond leaving would be monumental, not just from a talent standpoint, but for the identity of the team. His leadership, defensive intelligence, and chemistry with Curry have been pivotal. Trading him would signal the end of an era, but also the start of a new chapter defined by adaptability, ambition, and a willingness to seize a rare opportunity. It's the type of high-stakes basketball chess that fans live for, the drama that makes the league fascinating, and the kind of story that defines a franchise for years to come. As the days tick toward the trade deadline, the intensity ramps up. Every report, every rumor, and every hint of movement carries weight. Warriors fans are watching closely, analyzing potential lineups, envisioning the combination of Curry and Giannis, and debating what sacrifices are worth making to achieve greatness. The tension is palpable, the stakes enormous, and the implications for the future of the team undeniable. Golden State stands on the edge of a transformative period, where bold decisions could either redefine the franchise or leave lingering questions about missed opportunities. Now, diving deeper into what this could mean for Golden State, we have to consider the domino effect that comes with a potential Giannis addition. It is not just about acquiring a superstar. It is about completely reshaping the culture, the rotations, and the style of play that has defined the Warriors for the past decade. Giannis brings a combination of size, athleticism, and versatility that the league rarely sees, and integrating him with a point guard like Curry creates a level of offensive firepower that could be historically significant. But, of course, it is not without its challenges. Chemistry is key, spacing is a question mark, and defensive responsibilities have to be balanced in a way that maximizes both players' strengths. The Warriors have a reputation for meticulous planning, but this scenario is testing even their limits. Draymond Green's potential departure is a heavy emotional and strategic blow. His defensive IQ, playmaking, and leadership cannot be understated, and any trade that send him out would require not only talent in return, but also a plan to fill the void he leaves in the locker room. Golden State has always built around a core of smart, versatile players, and while Giannis is undoubtedly a generational talent, the team will need complementary pieces to maintain the level of cohesion that has made them champions. The front office is clearly aware of this, which is why the inclusion of Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and multiple first-round picks becomes an essential component of any proposed trade. At the same time, the league's broader trade activity has created a perfect storm for Golden State to leverage. Other teams, in pursuit of stars or cap flexibility, are making moves that shift the balance of power and open up possibilities that seemed improbable just weeks ago. Minnesota's maneuvers, Miami's positioning, and even shifts in the Cavaliers' and Timberwolves' strategies are all influencing how the Warriors approach the negotiation table. The idea of acquiring Giannis is no longer isolated. It is part of a complex chessboard where every team's choices impact potential outcomes. For Golden State, it means timing, flexibility, and strategic patience are just as important as the assets they're willing to give up. One particularly interesting angle is how this could impact the team's long-term trajectory. Giving up multiple first-round picks in young, high-upside players is risky, but also accelerates the team's window for contention. Curry is still playing at an elite level, and surrounding him with Giannis could turn the Warriors into immediate championship favorites again. The tension lies in balancing short-term gains with long-term sustainability. A misstep could leave the team exposed in a few seasons, but a well-executed trade could set them up to dominate the league for years. It is the kind of high-stakes scenario that tests both the front office's acumen and the players' adaptability. Even beyond the logistics and strategy, there is a human element that cannot be ignored. Draymond's potential exit affects not only the court performance, but also the locker room dynamic. He has been a mentor, a motivator, and a player who embodies the identity of Golden State. Losing him would create a vacuum of leadership, and while Giannis can bring incredible talent, it is a different type of presence. The team will need to redefine roles, establish new hierarchies, and maintain morale while undergoing a significant roster transformation. It is a delicate balance that goes beyond points and rebounds. It is about trust, culture, and the unquantifiable elements that make a team truly successful. Looking at the numbers, the Warriors' struggles in recent games highlight the urgency of action. Offensive rebounds allowed, turnovers, and lack of scoring depth all point to weaknesses that cannot be ignored. The team's recent performance without Curry or other key players exposed gaps that, if left unaddressed, could derail the season. Bringing in a superstar like Giannis is more than a marquee move. It is a strategic necessity to cover deficiencies, stabilize rotations, and elevate the team's overall competitiveness. Fans have seen glimpses of what this roster can achieve, but the potential ceiling with Giannis is something entirely different, one that could redefine expectations and restore the team to championship form. Trade talks of this magnitude also demand patience and discretion. Teams are constantly weighing offers, adjusting valuations, and responding to evolving circumstances. Golden State's approach reflects an understanding of these dynamics. They're prepared to be aggressive, yet they are also waiting for the right moment when both sides align. It is a high-stakes negotiation where timing and leverage are as crucial as the talent being exchanged. Every report, every rumor, and every discussion matters, as even small shifts in perception can dramatically affect the outcome. For fans, it means staying alert, analyzing updates, and imagining the potential scenarios as they unfold in real time. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers are getting louder around the league, and the Bay Area is suddenly buzzing with a familiar kind of electricity. The idea circulating in NBA circles is bold enough to feel unreal. Donovan Mitchell in a Golden State Warriors jersey. Nothing is official, nothing is confirmed, but the mere possibility has already ignited debates, late-night radio calls, and social media fever. If this rumor gains substance, it could reshape not only the Warriors' future, but the balance of power across the league. Mitchell's hypothetical arrival would signal a dramatic shift in Golden State's offensive identity. Known for his explosive first step, fearless shot creation, and ability to torch defenses from the perimeter, he represents a different kind of threat than the Warriors have traditionally relied on. Pairing that attacking mindset with the team's spacing, ball movement, and championship DNA opens the door to endless tactical speculation. Defenses would be forced to choose between overloading on shooters or living with Mitchell attacking downhill, a dilemma few teams are equipped to solve. Around the Bay, the rumor is being treated like a spark near dry powder. Fans imagine the Chase Center crowd rising with every pull-up three, every sudden burst to the rim. Analysts wonder how such a move could extend the Warriors' competitive window while injecting fresh urgency into a roster built on experience. Even skeptics admit that Mitchell's prime years align intriguingly with a franchise that refuses to fade quietly. Of course, rumors thrive on uncertainty. Questions linger about fit, cost, and the ripple effects on the locker room. But that uncertainty is precisely what makes the story compelling. The Warriors have never been afraid of bold moves, and Mitchell has never shied away from the spotlight. For now, it remains speculation, but in the NBA, today's rumor has a habit of becoming tomorrow's reality. If the whispers are true, the Bay may be on the verge of another perimeter explosion. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.